All right, so here are the instructions for the test that you're taking today. First off, there's going to be 3 questions. The first 2 are going to be open answer, and the last one is going to be multiple choice. Number 1 is going to ask you to solve using elimination. Number 2 is going to ask you to solve using substitution. Both of those are going to be open answer questions. And then number 3 will be solved by graphing. You should use Desmos to graph the 2 lines, see where they cross. And it's also multiple choice, just pick the correct answer. But here is an example of how you're going to answer the first 2 questions. So if you click on the test, make sure you start test. The question will look something like this. So this one says solve using the substitution method, and you have the 2 lines. So the goal of this is that you can show your work for us to look at, because just getting the correct answer isn't going to get you all the points. You need to show your work. There's going to be 3 options that you have to show your work. Option 1, do your work on a separate sheet of paper, and then make a video explaining your work step by step. To do that, when you're in here, your answer, you go to the video recorder button right here. Looks like this. Then you can record right here. It should come up right on your Chromebook as a recording. So if you click record, it'll start, give you a countdown. You can do your work beforehand and then take a video where you can bring a piece of paper up here and point to things on the piece of paper and explain these steps that you did step by step. So that's option number 1. You can do that for the first 2 questions. If you click stop then, once you've explained everything, it'll upload it. May take a little while to do this, so just be patient. You can just leave the name as is. If you weren't happy with your video, you can do retry. Otherwise, click save, and it should pop up there in your answer. If you like that, that's good. Then you can go on to the next question. Otherwise, another option that you have to answer this is right here. Now this button right here, the one with the square root and the X, brings up where you can type math. It'll do it for you. So originally, we had y equals -2 and 4x minus 3y equals 18. So this one is the substitution method where you would take -2 and plug it in for y in the other one. So the step then that I want you to show is 4x minus 3, and then we're plugging in the -2 for y equals 18. So you can do this all typing with your keyboard. The next step then, please skip a line in between steps. -3 times -2 is +6. Then you would subtract 6, so we have 4x equals 12. Divide by 4 to get x equals 3. Then remember, you got to plug back in to the other equation to solve for y. So then I'll plug into the second equation, 4 times 3 minus 3y equals 18. Minus 3y equals 18. Then we would subtract 12 on both sides to get -3y equals 6. divide by -3 to get y equals -2. So you can do all your work right there with this editor. Make sure you show all your work, and then your final answer would be 3, comma, -2. Because 3y is -2. And then that'll just fill it up in there for you. The last option is to just type out the steps. So you can just make a numbered list. So step 1 was plug in 2 to second equation. Step 2, solving. So I would do your solving on a separate sheet and then just explain each step. Step 2 would have been multiplying -3 times -2 to get +6. And then so on until you get to your answer. So those are your 3 options to do the test. When you have your answer, go to complete test, but there's going to be 3 questions, so it'll be like a next question button. But make sure you click complete test when you're done with all 3 questions. It'll ask, are you sure you want to exit the test? Click OK. And then it'll be waiting for assessment. Make sure you see this page before anything else. As always, if you have questions, you can contact me through Google Hangouts or office hours through the Google Meets, or send me an email.